Named Vanni Yathra 2018, the program aims to educate the public through the younger generation on how to move towards healthy living while protecting the environment and reducing the effects of climate change, and also focusing on how to propagate peace and reconciliation through environmental sustainability. For this purpose, 30 youth representing different regions of Sri Lanka were chosen.
We are at Kilinochchi to start Vanni Yathra 2018. Vanni Yathra 2018 is a 10-day bicycle ride from Kilinochchi to Vaunia via Mullaitivu. So we 30 people to 30 youngsters are ready to start their ride. Today, as a first step, we will be visiting the Iranamadu tank, because idea of this Vanni Yathra is understanding the landscape of Kilinochchi and then the visiting all the habitats as much as possible, and to understand the climate change scenario and the repercussions that all these habitats are facing.
Although it is imperative that the grassroots level is aware of rising global temperatures and its effects, and how to deal with the consequences, presently there is very little understanding on this. It is with this in mind that the Youth Yatra 2018 was organized.
Most of us are actually either people who can only speak Tamil or people who can only speak Sinhala from the north and basically two parts of the country. We were really taught through a bunch of activities how to communicate without words.
Yathris அனைவரும் என்ன செய்கிறார்கள்னு சொல்லி சொன்னால் அந்த அதில் பயன்படுத்துகிற நாங்கள் படிப்பிற்கு அமைவாக அதில் பயன்படுத்துகிற பொலித்தீன் அவலத்தையும் திருப்பி அந்த நாங்கள் மீளுருவாக்கல் மீள் சுழற்சிக்கு உட்படுத்துகிற அந்த பணியினை இப்பொழுது செய்து கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள்.
On the first day of Vanni Yathra, senior members Newton, Danushka, Gayani and Chapa briefed the new members on how to further develop their ideas. Later that day, chairperson of ECO-V, Ms. Kanchana, held a session for new members on the environment, climate change and its effects, how to love the environment and what we can do towards protecting it.
අද දින මුලින්ම අපි කිලිනොච්චි නගරයේ ඉඳලා අපි යනවා ඉරණමඩු වැව ළඟට.
On the second day, the Yatra team started their journey to Iranamadu, and a tree planting program as well as a knowledge sharing session was conducted at the Kilinochchi Kacheri grounds.
We just cycle from our camp to the district secretariat of Kilinochchi, and what we're doing here is we're actually having a tree planting campaign.
Following this, they cycled up to the Iranamadu tank. The Iranamadu tank, stretching across 106,500 acres, supplies water to the cultivation in the area. Kanchana held an interesting talk here on the environment and how we can enjoy it best.
So we just completed our first journey by bike. We came from Kilinochchi to Iranamadu tank, which is where we are now. And on the way we actually stopped at the Iranamadu river. So that was the fourth largest river in Sri Lanka.
We travelled towards the Kilinochchi defence base, where we had lunch by the lake, surrounded by plenty of greenery.
We just got back to our camp from the Iranamadu tank. So it was a tiring ride. All of us, our legs hurt and everything hurts, but it was totally worth it because we feel so accomplished, and we know that we increased our ecological handprint by doing this, and we became strong as a team.
Since it was World Environment Day, it was a special day for the Yatris, and they decided to conduct a tree planting program at the St. Teresa's Church, where they spent the night. Later, senior member Newton held a talk for the students of the Kilinochchi Mahavidyalaya in commemoration of World Environment Day. These students were to conduct an awareness program for the residents of Kilinochchi town, So, there was a training organized in order to equip them accordingly. Lunch was arranged by the army camp in Vishwamadu, and we had to spend the night in a school in the area. This was a special experience for the Yathris.
Following our tree planting, the Dharmapuram police accompanied us to our destination that we are going to stay tonight. It is Kumaraswamipuram Tamil School.
යාත්‍රාවේ 4 වෙනි දවස. ඉතින් අපි මේ උදෑසනින්ම සූදානම් වෙලා තියෙන්නේ පුදුකුඩේ රිප්පු හරහා පුදුකුඩේ රිප්පු බලා යන්න.
As usual, morning exercises were conducted and the Yathra team headed towards Pudukudirippu. The first stop was Theravil Lake, where the Yathris were able to see a lot of birds.
As our first stop on our 4th day of Vanni Yathra, today we've stopped at this beautiful lake, Theravikulam. And one of the most significant things of today is that the local teenagers, as you can see behind, joined us as well in our journey. Basically, in the aim to bridge the gap between the Sinhalese and the Tamil.
Later, while travelling on the Pudukudirippu road, they were able to educate the people of the Udayarkattu area.
We are here at Manjal Palam to have our breakfast.
Yathra team is now at Pudukudirippu Central College, where we're hoping to conduct an awareness program for the children here.
The 5th day of the Vanni Yathra. The route this day was from Pudukudirippu to Mullatiu. A knowledge-sharing session for the Mullatiu Divisional Secretariat staff was also organized on this day.
So today is day 5 of the Vanni Yathra 2018. Today is actually World Ocean Day. Right now we are at the Mullatiu District Secretariat, where we are holding an awareness campaign again about polythene use, food safety and environmental sustainability. So the Yathris are now in Mullatiu town, and what we are doing is we are having a public awareness campaign to focus on the detrimental issues with using plastic and polythene. So we're also having a street drama performance that will also focus on these two factors, and what we're trying to do is to try to make the public more aware and to stop, reduce the amount of polythene that goes into the environment.
The Yathra team also conducted a street drama to educate the people of Mullatiu town.
Following a long day of workshops and dramas, here we are at Nandikadal after a really tough bike ride due to the winds. And now we're learning about the biodiversity of this beautiful place. And we were lucky enough to witness 2 crocodiles, and we were taught about its habitat and the way it lives and how it catches its prey.
On the evening of the 5th day of the Vanni Yathra, a study was conducted on the variety of flora and fauna in the Nandikadal area. And the Yathris were able to identify different animals and plants. That night, the Yathris stayed at the Lakeview Park, built by the beautiful Madaval Singha Lake.
So today is the 6th day of Vanni Yathra 2018, and the Yathris are near a lake called Madavala Singha Kulam, which is inside the Mullatiu forest. So it is a very peaceful and serene environment, as you can see.
The Yathra team begins day 6 of the Vanni Yathra with the Surya Namaskara on the bank of the lake. The Yathris were able to spend time talking with trees. They observed birds and butterflies while appreciating the roadside biodiversity. The 7th day of the Vanni Yathra was from Nandunkerni to Puliyakkulam. In between their journey, the Yathra team identified new species of trees and also spent time on activities which helped them hone their personality. The team was also inquired about their thoughts on the activities conducted during the past few days.
So today is day 8 of Vanni Yathra 2018, and it is actually our last day of cycling, which is very sad. So we're in Puliyankulam at the police station, and what we're going to do is we're going to start making our way towards Vaunia, which is our final destination.
On the 8th day of the Vanni Yathra, our journey was from Puliyakkulam to Vaunia, where the team were able to carry out an awareness program at the Vaunia Central Bus Stand. The chief instructor of the program, Ms. Kanchana, also held an awareness program for the Yathra team on the ecosystem as well as invasive plant species. Later, the Yathra team were able to express their opinions on the Vanni Yathra and what their future plans are. Here, they spoke about their plans to continue educating the public on how to protect our environment. And with a hearty lunch, the Vanni Yathra 2018 was brought to a close.